So in the early days of our marriage, I remember we made the decision that we were going to lay all cards on the table. Everything, his secret, my secrets, all on the table, all our fears on the table. And it seems like a very good thing. And it's actually a very good thing. But until you sit across that person and you have to share that secret, you have to tell that truth, you don't know how difficult it is. Especially for me, because I loved to present that picture perfect favor. I just wanted everybody to feel like I was so perfect, nothing wrong with me. And this is one thing that happens with brokenness. You want to hide it, but that's a story for another day. So, sitting across my husband, having to tell him the things that made me not perfect now, became very difficult. I was so afraid. I was so scared that he was going to look at me different. He was not going to accept me. He was going to feel like I am incomplete. But instead of distance, I met the arms that just held me closer. Instead of disgust, I just met grace. Instead of hatred or I don't know, just instead of every negative thing I thought, I met with love, grace, and every positive thing you could think. So what I learned from that experience is this. Intimacy is not just about sharing a bed. It's about sharing your truth. That truth about you. That secret thing. That secret fear about you. Even in the times that you feel like you want to hide them. Why? It is good to lay all the cards on the table. It is good to be naked and unashamed. I got a different and a very refreshing understanding of what it meant to be naked and unashamed. And it is this. Being naked and unashamed is not necessarily about, taking off our clothes. The literal sense of nakedness. It is about taking off the mask of who you just want to be seen as, but revealing who you really are. And the person that loves you truly loves you. So we hear things about when people say, oh, I don't want to tell because it can break at any point. And what it does is that at the very core of that relationship, there is something broken. If I am building something with the hope that it will break tomorrow, then I'm not going to build it with all intentionality, or with the fear that it may break tomorrow. Then there is not going to be much intentionality being put in that relationship. So when we hear naked and unashamed, it is not just about pulling off your clothes. It is revealing truly your deepest secret, revealing truly who you are. Because we don't know, but that thing you think is a little secret can make or break your marriage. You may not tell the person that you're in this relationship with now about it. What happens when they find out about it tomorrow? What happens? What happens when that secret affects your children? Anything could happen with whatever that secret is. But best believe that the best thing for that relationship, for that marriage, is being completely open. Completely open. Now, we are not talking about other people's secrets. We're talking about your own secrets, your own personal secrets. So instead of finding different ways to hide, find ways to be open. Instead of looking for ways to gloss over your imperfections, find ways to reveal your imperfections, because that is what makes you truly human. That is what makes that relationship truly worth it. Because then we know who we are. We know what our weaknesses are. We know what our strengths are. So we know what we are working with. So tell your secret to your spouse. Not because they necessarily have to know about it, but because true love does not grow in the darkness. It grows deeper in the light. And with that, I'll be ending it here today. Bye.